and looking at either end. Then he blows his whistle and Sheffield Wednesday get the game underway, playing as we look here in this first half at Ashton Gate, from left to right in their white shirts. It's pushed back for an early touch for Joe Wildsmith, and he will loop it right-footed high in across halfway. It was 0-0 at Hillsborough in a game that took everybody by surprise. Into the centre circle, it's with Patterson. Back it goes to Aidan Flint, the big centre half. Much coveted recently, but he signed a new contract at Ashton Gate, so he in theory could be a Robin until 2021. Now here's Zizou, ball lifted over the top, Reed's onside, and left-footed he hoists his first attempt high into the air and well wide of goal 2 minutes in. So Bryan, tight to the touchline, tried to scoop it over the top of Stobbs, who put his chest through the ball and sent it out of play for another throw-in. Bristol City, it's one win in 13 matches in all competitions, although home form has slightly improved. They've beaten QPR. The Sunderland game is one that got away. They've played Fulham recently too as well. They're 3 unbeaten at home, as Bryan skirts his way down this near side there left. Into Smith. Football heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. No goals here at Ashton Gate as Zizou tries his luck from the deep. In the end, that's another wild attempt, but 2 attempts towards goal. So 0-0 at the moment. Bryan tied to this near touchline, which is the Bristol City left. Forward it goes to Brownhill, who's left it for Reed. Back to Brownhill. Lovely return. Reed is through, and he's fired the ball in. 12 minutes of the game played. Bobby Reed gets his 17th goal of the season. Intricate build-up play on the edge of the box. Reed was sent through, and Wildsmith was beaten as he came for it at the near post. So Sheffield Wednesday's resistance lasted about 13 minutes, and it's Bristol City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. The referee blows his whistle. Pack will chip it into the box. He's gone all the way to this near side, and Flint, the centre-half, who will control and keep it in play. Here's Zizou to Pack, to Magnuson. The centre-half drops his shoulder. Well, that free kick broke down there, but they come again to Reed, cleared away by Padil, and now potential for a counter-attack with Clare. Clare inching his way to halfway. He's knocked off the ball by Reed, and then a diagonal ball into Zizou, who's onside. He shoots! Good save by Joe Wildsmith, dropping down to his left-hand side. It was a venomous shot from the D on the edge of the box. It was the pass that made it, and a foul on Zhao on the other side. The referee has to make a decision here. It's going to be a yellow card for the defender Paisano. To Bristol City, throwing off the knee of Adam Reach. His crossfield ball is deflected off Brownhill into the path of Padil. Now Fox goes long. Magnuson controlling, and he has time to control on the edge of the box. Atinuiu trying to close him down. Bristol City are robbed of possession. Reach into the penalty box. Here's Adam Reach. Atinuiu! And he's skied his shot from virtually on the penalty spot. Reach carved things open for Nuiu, who's been in good goal-scoring form under Josh Lukai. But as he pulled the trigger, the ball rose and rose into the home end. So Smith has it with Bristol City in red, playing from right to left. Into the middle of the park it goes now, and Corey Smith once again. Smith now in the centre circle is able to just amble forward. The ball's pushed into the feet of Reed. Now Pack through to Zizou, and here's Reed ghosting through. Reed will score! And it's turning into a very difficult afternoon for Sheffield Wednesday. They've been opened up again. It was left by Zizou, who was offside, but there was Reed to scamper in and knock in his second of the game, an 18th of the season. And it's Bristol City 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Far, some of the build-up play has been excellent, or at the very least made to look excellent, and Bobby Reed's got a couple of goals. Here's Brownhill, out to Reed. Reed will turn, pick out Pack, who's just in front of the centre circle. Now to Corey Smith. Smith looks up, bends a high looping ball. It's off the chest of Brownhill now to Reed. Reed up to the edge of the box. Patterson, glorious flick, and Brownhill to make it 3, and he has. Wednesday are simply being cut to shreds by Bristol City here in the first half at Ashton Gate. They're standing around in disarray, arguing amongst themselves, and Brownhill ghosted through, and from the right-hand angle drilled his shot across Joe Wildsmith, who was helpless again. Well, Bristol City clear it towards halfway. Zizou's shoved out of the way by Venancio, and Wednesday can come here through Reach. Reach and Zhao combining. Now here's Reach, 25 yards out. Chance for Zhao maybe, in the D. He shoots low! Oh, and he just fires wide. He turns away and looks to the stars and puts his gloves across his face. That was a good chance for Lucas Zhao. He fashioned it well as an individual. It's just not something Lukai has employed much or if at all in his time in charge so far. Here's Stobbs, in goes the looking cross in search of Nuiu. Aidan Flint diving across at Nuiu. It will be a corner. Fan had to dig the ball out from underneath the black mesh on the far side. Now the corner is taken, swung in high into the box. Tom Lees winning it in the air. Venancio prods it back to Stobbs. Stobbs 30 yards out, in goes the cross. Nuiu is there with the header, and he'd won it back and steadied himself, and the header looped over the crossbar and behind. Now Joe Wildsmith playing the ball out from the back. Joe Wildsmith has to, Tom Lees has to drop his shoulder to control. Then he gets himself into trouble with Zizou pressing him. But Palmer's there, then he's dispossessed out wide. Here's Zizou, inside left channel of the penalty area. It's poked back to the edge of the box, and then a foul and a penalty. Pelu Pessi bringing down Marlon Pack. So Bristol City leading Wednesday 3-0. Reed steps up on a hat-trick and he rolls the ball past a diving Joe Wildsmith. Wildsmith dived the wrong way. Bobby Reed gets his hat-trick and it's a rout. Bristol City 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. He breaks down. Patterson almost picked out Walsh, and then Clare wins it back for the Owls. Back to Tom Lees. Palmer with a sprightly break across halfway. Nuiu on the stretch, deflecting it into the path of Clare, and Reed nips in to take it away. Off Bobby Reed goes, skips past one challenge to the edge of the box. Corey Smith saved by Wildsmith and cleared away by Tom Lees. And
robbed again in midfield, robbed us again, attacked us direct, go past the player. That's what we've got to show again on Tuesday. The next two home games are vital.
Well, today it's been a performance that has lacked any real substance, certainly at the back. And Bristol City have made light work of Sheffield Wednesday and heading to a 4-0 victory as things stand. Here's Nuiu going into a challenge. Reach will pick it up. It's helped into Boyd. Boyd takes aim and drove his ball at the angle of crossbar and post, and it veered wide on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it's a tight angle. Perhaps should have hit the target. George Boyd will be disappointed that he's not managed to work the goalkeeper, but that was probably our best chance of the game.
Mind you, they are dawdling, aren't they? The referee has called full time here. Bristol City 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0.